Military technology often advances at a far faster rate than regular civilian technology, and some modern military hardware is genuinely starting to look like the stuff of witchcraft. The battlefield of the future is bound to look a lot different than what we're used to seeing on television, movies, or military-themed video games. The ability to take off vertically like a helicopter and transition to normal flight like an aircraft is nothing new to military aerospace. But for the longest time, it was reserved for the most exclusive and ultra-expensive projects. The V-22 Osprey immediately comes to mind. Now though, with the US military fleet of combat helicopters aging rapidly, the time has come for a major change, and it's looking more and more like the helicopters of today are set to be replaced by aircraft that can take off like a helicopter and fly like an airplane. Let's take a look at what we know so far. For a nation with as overinflated of a military budget as the United States, their fleet of helicopters in service today are starting to look more and more tired and worn out as each year passes. Many military helicopters in service, including the AH-64 Apache, CH-47 Chinook, and UH-60 Black Hawk, all have their roots in the final days of the Vietnam War. These designs are nearing half a century old in the year 2021, and with constant threats from Russia, China, and insurgent groups across the Middle East, the time's come to let these old warbirds rest, and have some truly revolutionary machines take their place. No one company's put more investment into the development of vertical takeoff and landing vehicles than Bell. Their research into the technology dates back to the immediate aftermath of the Second World War and famously worked alongside Boeing to develop the V-22. Bell is collaborating with aerospace giant Lockheed Martin to produce the spiritual successor to the Osprey under the US military's Future Vertical Life Initiative. This is a plan to phase out the existing fleet of helicopters, some of which have been in active service for decades. The V-280 is powered by two General Electric turboshaft engines which are capable of rotating up to 90 degrees to give the aircraft a superior range of motion at high or low altitudes. Bell hopes that lessons learned from the previous V-22 program will be useful in expediting the development process, one that took over 2 decades in the Osprey. The V-280 will attempt to be a jack-of-all-trades aircraft with abilities as a transport, attack, and light reconnaissance aircraft, similar to the equally VTOL-capable F-35 Lightning II program, but for helicopters. Little official information is available at this time, but as further flight testing is completed, expect new and exciting things to come from this most intriguing of military projects. Meanwhile, Bell's former collaborators on the V-22 program at Boeing are teaming up with helicopter manufacturing mainstay Sikorsky to make a truly unique and special aircraft to challenge the V-280. The SB-1 is optimized for low to medium altitude operations ranging from light transport, reconnaissance, and even electronic countermeasures operations.